Namaste, you are listening to Prem Anmol Hota Hai Vani. I am your host, Vani. In the last episode, we left Jed before the police at a roadside eatery. Today, you will hear of Jed's arrest and the end of his terror, choosing work and duty over a honeymoon, and Alkama's Guru mantra that forever changed my perspective on prosperity and liabilities. The end of Jed and the vow for Mahakumbh. Final attempt. Seeing the police, Jed tried to flee, but both tires of his bike had no air. While running, he pulled a gun and fired. In response, the police shot him in the legs. Conviction: due to the crimes of possessing an illegal pistol, firing at the police, and hitting a traffic policeman, a prison sentence of at least 10 years for Jed became certain. Mother's solution. Mother confirmed that since Jed did not mention Rasheel's name in hopes of a reduced sentence, there would be no further trouble. Mahakumbh plan. Freed from the fear of Jed, Parag proposed a holy deep in the Ganges at the Mahakumbh in 3 months. Swapnil, mother, and the grandparents all decided to join in this virtuous deed. Sacrificing the honeymoon and a new identity. Logical decision. I argued that we were already well acquainted with each other, so we didn't need to blindly follow the trend of a honeymoon. Swapnil agreed, and we dropped the idea. Shift in responsibility. Mother asked me to leave my teaching job at the school to take over her responsibilities, which are the manifestation of her abstract principles. Sacrifice and compensation. I felt uneasy about this, but Swapnil comforted me. You have left behind the family where you lived for 30 years to come here. What mother is doing to give you a new identity and belonging in a home is small compared to your sacrifice. I realized this family lives on the principle of living for others more than oneself. Papa's satisfaction. My papa, now free from the responsibilities of a daughter, remains healthier and happier than before. Mother's Guru mantra and enlightenment. Purpose of marriage. I asked mother why she arranged Rasheel's and my marriage while remaining unmarried herself. Mother said, if we can give birth to good children and are capable of raising them well, we must marry. Giving virtuous and capable offspring to society and the nation is the duty of good citizens. Vasudhaiva Kutumbam. She also said that Rasheel contributing in America aligns with the Indian concept of the world is one family. Guru Mantra. Spellbound, I asked for a Guru Mantra. Mother said, we should pay all our liabilities, including taxes and purchased goods, quickly and with humility. We should not consider them a compulsion. Spirit of altruism. I understood that making payments is not just a compulsion, but an indirect benevolence that eases the responsibilities of the service provider. Mother's teaching is full of compassion and generosity. Dealing with the wicked. I also realized that while mother is benevolent to the virtuous, she is not at all tolerant of the evils of the wicked, and one should solve problems with the help of capable friends when needed. My marriage, my new mother, and the greatest lesson of my life. Now my life has begun on a new dimension of prosperity and duty. You will hear Episode 71, Jed's End, Sacrifice of the Honeymoon, and Mother's Guru Mantra. Jed got up immediately and ran towards his bike. The policeman let Jed run. He started the bike, but as soon as he sped off, it began to wobble instead of moving straight. He leaned down and saw both wheels had no air. Now he had no choice left but to flee on foot. As he started running, the policeman began to chase him. Terrified and seeing no way out, he pulled the gun tucked in his waist and fired towards the police. Then, the police, in self-defense, aimed at his legs and fired. Jed was hit in both calves, making it impossible for him to run further. Registering crimes for possessing an unlicensed gun and firing at the police, the officers sent him behind bars. Meanwhile, information arrived from the neighboring district that he had also hit a traffic policeman on duty. This crime was also added against him. Presenting him in court, the police told the magistrate that Jed was not cooperating. The police suspected Jed had taken a contract for a murder and had come so far from his home to kill someone. An illegal pistol was found with Jed, and many people present at the eatery were witnesses to him firing at the police. Several eyewitnesses mentioned Jed's crime in their statements. Therefore, due to the gravity of the crime and the sections applied, a prison term of at least 10 years became certain for Jed. Jed was locked behind bars, so no obstacle arose in Swapnil and Vani's wedding. Simultaneously, the crisis upon Rashil was averted like this, mother said, concluding her talk. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. He came with the intent to kill Rashil. If he has revealed that, then we could face trouble, I expressed my concern. He only said that before the interrogating DSP. In the lure of a reduced sentence, he made no mention of Rashil's name in his written statement. He hasn't filed any prior report against Rashil either. So, we shouldn't worry. If it ever happens, we will decide how to handle it then, mother said confidently. The fear of any immediate problem arising vanished. Therefore, everyone is feeling peaceful.
Taking Rashil and Parushni along, I will come on another trip to India in 3 months, Parag said, changing the subject.
That is very happy news, mother became pleased. Parag has a great desire for a dip in the Ganges at the Triveni during the Mahakumbh held in Prayagraj. Rashil explained the reason for the plan.
That is a wonderful thing. Vani and I will also take a deep of faith together. Swapnil is also excited, supporting the proposal.
Why are you forgetting to take your aunt and grandparents along in this virtuous deed, my dear nephews, mother said, laughing. Everyone happily decided to take the dip in the Mahakumbh.
When everyone left mother's room together, Dad asked, "What kind of meeting were you all having behind closed doors?"
Brother, we were all making a program to bathe in the Mahakumbh, mother told a half-truth.
Meaning we all will have the fortune of coming to India again in 3 months, Dad said.
Brother, the Mahakumbh is a special occasion. Anyway, now you'll have to come to India frequently. Don't forget that one son and daughter-in-law will now be living here, mother told him laughingly.
That is true as well, Dad said in support.
The next day, they all took their leave. Now, our honeymoon came up for discussion. I argued, why should we need to blindly follow a trend? We have already traveled together a lot. We are already familiar with each other's personalities, thoughts, and lives. Agreeing with my logic, Swapnil abandoned the idea of a honeymoon. Days and nights of mutual romance, love, and companionship began for us. Swapnil started assisting in the acrylic industry, learning the work from mother. Mother also told me, Vani, now you will have to leave your teaching job. You will have to take over the responsibilities at the school that I have been fulfilling so far. This school is truly the physical manifestation of mother's abstract principles and thoughts. She is planning to hand it over to my care. I felt uneasy about this. One day, a person must hand over the achievements earned through ambitious works to someone. Her idea of handing over the industry to Swapnil is natural, he is the heir by lineage. But I have only just become a member of their family. I said this very thing to Swapnil.
Vani, why do you forget? You have left behind the household where you lived for 30 years, considering it your own. Is it possible to compensate for all that you left behind and your identity? What mother is doing for your new identity and belonging in our home is small compared to your sacrifice, Swapnil tried to satisfy me with his logic.
I know, even more than me, Swapnil sacrificed his everything to come from America to India. This family and its values are quite unique. They are all people who live by the principle of living for others more than oneself. At mother's suggestion, I have hired a good cook and a sensible housekeeper for my papa. 2 or 3 times a week, I meet papa by going to his house or calling him to ours and talk with him. Having sent his daughter, me, to a worthy home, he now remains much happier than before. Marrying off a daughter to a suitable groom is a major responsibility for parents in Indian families. I understand the satisfaction and happiness of my papa being free from this duty. He has started staying healthier and fitter than before. Mother also remains very happy. One day I said to her, Ma, all the changes in my life through marriage are blissful and satisfying. I want to know why you, while remaining unmarried yourself, thought it right to arrange Rashil's and my marriage? Mother looked at me with affection and began to contemplate. She embraced me. Vani, remaining unmarried was never difficult for me. Yet, after observing and understanding you and Rashil closely, I began to feel this was a mistake of mine. I started thinking that if we can give birth to good children and are capable of raising them well, we must marry. Giving virtuous and capable offspring to society and the nation is the duty of good citizens, Mother said, patting my shoulders. It is the fortune of both of us that you considered us worthy. Still, I wonder, Rashil now lives in America. In such a case, how can she contribute to our nation and society? I asked, stepping back from her embrace. We Indians have believed in the concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbam. In such a case, if some capable Indians contribute well to American society, it is also a commendable act of Indians. It strengthens the spirit of world brotherhood. It bolsters the possibility of human civilization reaching new dimensions, Mother answered simply. Once again, I was introduced to the clarity and depth of her thought process. Ma, give me a guru mantra so that I too can follow in your footsteps, I prayed to her, spellbound. It is a fortune that you 4 children understand virtues without being told. You naturally incorporate them into your work, thoughts, and behavior. I don't feel the need to tell you anything directly. Still, if you wish to hear, I am saying one thing. It is that we should pay all our liabilities, including taxes and purchased materials, quickly and with humility. One should not consider them a compulsion, Mother stated the Guru mantra. Is this matter so great that it should be stated and accepted as a principle, like a Guru mantra? Thinking this, I remained silent. She became busy doing something on the laptop. Thus, Mother provided me an opportunity to contemplate this. Before and after marriage, there is a world of difference in my financial status. Before marriage, while purchasing materials to fulfill my needs, I used to feel a sense of compulsion in paying for them. Now that I have become very prosperous through Swapnil and Mother, now I should change this tendency of mine. It seems Mother has understood this. Why should a capable person be mindful of the payments to be made? I have contemplated this. Every person, when providing us a service or trading materials with us, aims to ensure the sustenance of themselves and their family. Therefore, when we pay them in return for their service or materials, our action indirectly eases their responsibilities. I feel Mother understands this, therefore, her nature is philanthropic. It is from this that compassion and generosity for others are always reflected in her actions and conduct. Although before marriage, Papa's or my income did not fall in the income tax range. Even then, Papa used to complain at home, saying, "What is this? We have to pay tax at every turn." When Mother clearly mentioned the word, tax, in the Guru mantra, I was forced to think, what is the intent of her saying? To ensure the management of facilities we get easily, like water, roads, electricity, etc. Our government needs a budget for infrastructure construction and its proper maintenance. Not only that, to make the fulfillment of basic needs accessible to the deprived sections of society, the government has to provide various types of subsidies. The government can only make its social and national development responsibilities possible through tax revenue, receipts. Thinking this much, I understood Mother has said a very big thing in few words, like filling an ocean in a jar. Looking at Mother's personality with a critical eye, I also think that she has taught a good lesson to people like Jed and Mantu with the help of the police. I felt Mother is very kind and philanthropic towards virtuous and ordinary individuals. Conversely, she is not at all tolerant of the evils of the wicked. I feel my Mother is also just a human being. She cannot be completely forgiving like God. From her, I am learning that we should do good only according to our capacity, and in matters where our capacity is limited, we should solve such problems with the help of capable friends and well-wishers. Gemini's critique, creative guidance and presentation instructions. Dear listeners, episode 71 is a deep and thoughtful story of justice, duty, and human relationships. It shows how a person's life can completely change after marriage and how they can adopt new principles. Episode 71 ends.